Hey guys, well, it is a little warmer than the last time I was with you. I think that day in the snow it was like 1 degree. At least now it's about 30. Had to make some changes and not the changes I'd planned, but that is the way it works with livestock. If you like to see, all the ewes are back over here. Now I said I was going to get ready to move them so I could sort them, but that wasn't quite the way I'd planned to do it. Let me go in here and I'll show you what happened. All right, so I had the pen split in half. I had Longshot and that little black ram in here. Now Longshot always liked to lay right next to the door. That's where he thought he had to lay. And the big white ram didn't like him, laid on the other side, and every once in a while I'd hear him butt his head up against the wall. Well, today, I just happened to have the camera on. He hit it so hard, he busted the hook. Busted the latch off, and they were all out here. So I got him inside quick. No, little guy. Got him back in. Got him back sorted. And now I got these two in here. And they can go to the outside pen. I figure they've been outside for days. I'm not going to put them out there now, but this is where they're going to stay for a little while. All right? And I'll explain why. Let's go back out and close this up, leave them in here. Get turned around, there we go. So what I did is I took the other two rams. I locked those two way in the back. I took the other two, I put them with the three. I had the ewes locked out in the pasture, or in that pen. I swung everything around, locked the 5 rams up that way, ran the ewes across, put the gates back, and I stuck those rams in the old ram pens. I figured he's going to fight, they're going to fight, and they've done some so far. It hasn't been terrible bad, but there's been some head knocking going on. But this time around, everybody's got plenty of room to get away. So they've got the ram pen and the next pen over. I'm leaving both pens open. I thought about opening up the pasture. I still may do that. I'm going to watch them and see what they do. There's been a little headbutting, but it hasn't been too bad. Maybe the hormones are less now, so it's not going to take as much. But looks like a little blood there on the back of one of those, the head on one of them. They've been doing a little knocking around, and that's kind of some of what you're going to get. You're just going to have to hope they don't get too bad. But that's about all you can do. So I've got them here. Now, downside of this is going to be, and I kind of had to do this quick just because he was busting the door and I didn't know what I was going to do. I couldn't, if I fixed it, he'd just hit it again and bust it again. So I had to make the change. I had to make the move. That's what we've done. Now, what do I do now? Well, I'm not really 100% sure, but it's quite possible I can't put those two. And there you go. You want to see, he's got a little blood in his neck. Stony here has got a bloody nose. So that's where he came from. Stony got a bloody nose out of it. That's why, that's Ringo that he's messing with. But Ringo's got the blood in the back of his neck, but that's coming from Stony's bloody nose, looks like. It's what you get. Little bloodshed all the time with the rams. That's part of the deal. But like I said, these guys might get along, but now what I'm going to do up here, I don't think I can put him back in. There you're going to get it. Ringo's just not giving up. But you can see almost the problem I had the other. There was 2 of them ganging up on one before. And that's kind of what you're going to get sometimes. You get 2 ganging up on one. Nice thing is there's room they can move around. They got places they can get away from each other a little bit. Ringo ever wants to quit, he'll be fine. He's not willing to quit yet. Ringo, you just got to quit, buddy. Let him have it. All right, I had to kind of chase them around a little bit, separate them. They're going to keep going at it. Ringo's got a little red on him. He's got that from Stony. Stony, you get a bloody nose? Yeah, Stony's got a pretty bloody nose. Him and Ringo just keep going at it. They're kind of, I don't know, I would have thought Ringo to quit, but he ain't quitting. So we'll see. Eventually they'll be done. Like I said, this wasn't the way I wanted to do it. I'm probably going to have to keep those two separate all the time now. There's probably no way I'm going to bring them down here. But what are you going to do? I mean, going to have a pen full of rams? You're going to have excitement like this. That's all there is to it. All right, hey, I'll check back to you guys again, maybe tomorrow or the next day. Good morning, everybody. Back a little cooler again. And this morning, the gentleman's coming to pick up Hart and her 2021 ewe lamb, so I got to sort them out in a minute. Let's take a look at what's going on with our ram guys. How we doing, guys? Everybody better now? Yeah, we got the fighting over. Stony had to go at it with Ringo for quite a while. We got that done. And then little Wayne wanted to chase Stony all over the place. He did that for a while too. But I think everybody got their place in line. They know where they're at. They're taken care of. As I said yesterday, unfortunately, long shot and lamb chop in there. I'm not going to be able to stick them in for a while. I think I got a plan. Let's go ahead. I got to start moving stuff around. And I'll tell you what I'm thinking I might do. All right, I got on the small pin here. There's lamb chop and long shot. There is no way long shot's going back in with those guys for now because I didn't want to do it that way. As I said, I had a plan, but when Stu busted down the door here, or at least busted the latch, that totally changed everything. So it all had to change at that point. So here's what I'll probably do. I've got plenty of dry lock pins. So what I'm going to end up doing is we'll just take long shot and lamb chop there. We'll put them in a pasture in a pen. We'll leave the other 5. Without ewes, I don't think we're going to get any fighting between the fences, especially not from long shot. He don't want to fight anybody. It'll be a little bit of a pain next summer. The idea was to have everybody in the same pasture. Now I'm not going to be able to do that. But I will end up taking those two, we'll go way on the far west pen and the ram pen, and that's mainly because that's the smallest pasture. That pasture can handle 2 sheep all year if you have to. They'll go there. The other 5 will go right next to it. That still leaves me 4 other pastures for the ewes. So I got plenty of pastures divided up. This is the advantage of having so many small pastures. I'll be good there. Now, what we'll probably do is, come summer, when I wean off the ram lambs at 12 weeks old, I'm going to put them all with long shot. They can go with him. Clearly, he's got to be able to hold his own against a 12-week-old lamb. We'll leave them with him. Instead of putting them with the other bigger rams, I'll put them with him. He can be with them. By next fall, lamb chop is probably going to be lamb chops. But at that point in time, long shot will be with the 12-week-olds. He'll still have somebody with him. Next November, or late October, we'll get ready to put him for breeding. Long shot's going to go back in with the breeding. And then a year from today, I've got to decide what to do. We'll have to do something. I won't have as many rams. I'll be selling some of those rams. I did 3 breeding rams this year. I think I'm only going to do 2 next year. I'll probably try to do this with 2 breeding rams. 2 breeding rams are easier than 3. Because with 2 breeding rams, you can put those 2 together. When they're done, they can fight it out a little bit, and they'll be done. But when you have 3, the way I did this year, you end up getting 2 picking on 1. And when 2 picks on 1, you got a big problem. So for now, I think I got my plan set. It'll last me up for a year from now. It's going to be a bit of a hassle not being able to put them all in the same pasture, but like I said, I got plenty of small pastures. It's not going to be that big of a deal. All right, it's time to get some ewes in here, get them sorted out before the guy comes to pick them up. All right, we finally got them. Took them a while before they decided, but we got them all in. Now, let me hang this up and we'll start sorting. Okay. All right, there's 5. Let's get rid of these 5. That lovely girl. Yep, got that. All right. Tell you what, let's take, there's 3 more. All right, girls. 4 to go. 2 stays, 2 goes. And of course, the ones I want to go are in the back. There's that one. That's the toughest one. And there we go. That wasn't too bad. Oh, settle down, Blackie. All right. Just like that, we're sorted. Hang on. All right. Put that back. There we are. Now, get out of here without those 2 coming through. That's the only bad. This whole system works really well. The bad part is trying to squeeze out of there if somebody doesn't try to come past you when they do that. Otherwise, that entire system, as you can see, works really slick. And that is the key to me to working with these guys, is have a really good system in place to sort them. As you can see, I had to move the feeder. That's the only way I got them in there. Now, yeah, we're going to be done with the double pin. Yeah, I'm thinking here where I'm going to go next. Did I want to unhook that end or this end? Sorry about that. And we're going to unhook this end just like we did before. There we go. All right, we're sorted. Now, when I get done today, I'm going to leave long shot, lamb chop in here. They got the outside pin in that. I'll probably leave them for another couple days just to let these guys have more time. Then I'll move those guys over to the far pin, and the pin they're in now, I'll put long shot in there with lamb chop. They can be side by side. I don't think we'll see any fighting through the fence. There's no ewes around. The test run is gone. So we shouldn't have any problems, I wouldn't think. All right. I don't know if I'll shoot any video while we're loading, but if not, maybe we'll be back tomorrow or the next day and move these guys over. Hey everybody, how we doing, guys? I think we're kind of over it. We're going to move some sheep today. These are going in the far pen. Long shot little black guy's going to go in this pen. I was going to open the gate to put those out in the pasture. I just did a walkthrough. I figured you didn't need somebody to walk a pasture. And there were some dead trees down at the end. They just seemed to die the last year. So the neighbor and I talked. We thought it might be a few years. No, that big windstorm we had snapped one off. It snapped off about 12 feet up. It's hung up. I can't put them on the pasture. We're going to have to wait. I'll probably have to come back. I'll talk to him. We're going to have to decide where to do this. They're not real big trees, maybe 12, 14 inches across or 10 inches. But I think there's like 5 of them. So what I'll probably have to do is take down all those cattle panels. I'm glad I didn't string wire now. I can pull the cattle panels out of the way. We'll go ahead and start dropping trees. Then I put the fence back up, but I don't know when we'll do it. We might wait till spring, who knows? Doesn't make much difference. So anyway, let's move some sheep, huh? So what do we think, girls? You ready to go out to pasture? Huh? All right, here's what we'll do. I'm gonna open this, so we'll let the ewes out to pasture. I'll line the gates up so I can bring the 2 rams through here, and we'll have everybody moved. And we'll probably just let the ewes stay out to pasture. Here they come. Ah, yeah, they're happy to get out. All right, guys, here's what I did. Line the gates back up here, and got a feeder set up for them. Their water. I went ahead, I had the 12-foot corral panel, what I was using on that corner. I just stuck it across this corner with a cattle panel on it. Now, nobody will get real close to each other at that gate, so we shouldn't have a problem. If anybody wants to start something through here, that's a pretty good fence. I mean, it's not the tightest, but it doesn't really matter. It's got the small mesh. It's the stronger stuff. And like I said, with no ewes around, I really can't see them getting in a big fight through the fence. I don't see that one happening. All right, so let's go get Long Shot and Lamb Chop and tell them they got a new place they can stay. I am going to show you real quick, back under here. I made this small hay feeder for in here when we were divided up over the winter. I think I'll go ahead and take that off there, take it over to their pen, and I'll mount it on the fence over there, and that way I'll have a hay feeder for them. All right, where you guys at? You guys outside or inside? Hey, what are you guys doing? You ready to go to a new pen? Yeah? All right, let's go. Let's go. Well, it'd be good to clean this place out. There's been sheep in here for, what, 10 days, 2 weeks? Man, I'd be glad to clean that out and get them out of there. They're already there. There we go. These guys are in. We'll see if we have any problems through the fence. Hopefully it won't be too much. If not, I still have a couple more of those 12-footers. I can put a divider all the way down there. I just didn't have to go through that work, so we'll see if they'll let me get by with a little bit easier. Ewes are going to be fine. All right. Next week, I don't know if I'll have a video exactly 1 week from today or not, but next week, I got a hired hand coming to help me with the sheep. He works for room and board. That's the best part. Yeah, well, we'll see if he wants to work with sheep. I'm not sure yet. We'll find that out. Otherwise, the next few weeks, we may ultrasound those ewes. May do an ultrasound, see which ones are bred, see if we can get a little idea of what we got in there. Otherwise, I'll catch you in about a week or so.